David, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Beth.
So this is part of a series of videos that we're doing to answer some of the members' questions that we've been getting as we navigate coronavirus together. It's all had a huge impact on our personal lives, and we know that a lot of our members have questions about how we're responding and what it means for your investments. So we're aiming to answer as much of those questions as possible in these interviews. So far, we've chatted with our CEO, John McMurdo, about the broader impact that COVID-19 is having on investment markets and how Australian Ethical is responding as a business. And today we're really wanting to answer some of the questions that our members have had about how it's affecting them personally. So David, to start us off, how is the COVID-19 pandemic affecting the performance of our managed funds?
Sure, thanks, Beth. I guess I'd start by saying that global and financial markets locally are closely linked to world events that can affect the economy and corporate earnings, which flow on from the impact of the economy. And sometimes these events are political, but as we know, they can also be because of pandemics like COVID-19. So this has affected the performance of our managed funds, which are down largely in line with their respective benchmarks over the period. It's important to realise, though, that uncertainty and volatility are part and parcel of investing for the future. The future's always uncertain. We try to build robust portfolios around that, uncertainty. So we define it as risk. The higher the risk of an investment, such as equities, the higher the expected return. This makes sense because why would you invest in risky assets if they're only expected to deliver in line with less risky assets? But times like this, the risk aspect really comes to the fore.
Yeah, so you accept a certain amount of risk in the hope your returns will be higher.
Yes, and that's the reason why we only recommend high risk investments if you have a long time horizon. A long time horizon allows you to ride out the short-term volatility caused by events like COVID-19. So by accepting the risk, you can expect to earn a higher return over the long term.
Yeah. So what are some of the common mistakes investors make during volatile markets?
I think lots of investors panic during these times and redeem or either switch into less risky investments, such as term deposits. The problem with this is that you crystallize or you lock in the losses, and by remaining out of the market or invested in a more defensive portfolio, it means that it's much harder to recoup those losses, and you can almost guarantee that your long-term investment objectives will not be met. That's why it's so important to stay focused on the long term when you're investing in high-risk assets like shares.
Yeah, I mean, these are crazy times. So what's it like leading our investment team through this uncertainty?
It's been hectic, to say the least. Look, because markets became so volatile, we were having to rebalance our portfolios almost daily. That means we were buying and selling stocks to make sure the balance of assets within each fund remained correct. To make matters even more challenging, we've obviously been working from home, but we're set up with everything we need, and we've managed to look after the portfolios really well, despite the challenges. So I'm really proud of my team's efforts during this tough period.
Yeah, you guys have done an amazing job. So well done.
Thanks.
Yeah. So will COVID-19 change our approach to investing at all?
No, not at all. Look, while the headlines and the 24-hour news cycle can be unsettling, at Australian Ethical, we manage our portfolios by applying the same investment philosophy we've always had.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you for joining us, and we hope this has
Thanks,
been
Beth.
thank you. We hope this has been really helpful for our members. Please keep in touch and please keep sending us your questions, and we'll do our best to answer them. Stay safe, everyone.